WABG, the Delta's leading news source.
Thanks for joining us here on the ABC 6 News webcast. I'm Tanya Carter on this Monday, December 3rd, 2012. Well, topping our news, Greenwood oncologist Arnold Smith asked a federal judge to throw out a capital murder charge related to a shootout at a local law office. Now, it is an issue that has twice been rejected by state courts. Smith is scheduled for trial in April. Now, the Greenwood Commonwealth reports that Smith's attorney, William Bell, filed the lawsuit in federal court last week. Smith was arrested April 29th, the morning after a shootout at the office of Greenwood attorney Lee Abraham. Now, Smith is accused of offering Kiara Bird $20,000 to kill Abraham. Smith has been indicted on a charge of capital murder for the death of Bird and charges of conspiracy to commit the murder. Abraham was not injured. Smith has claimed he is being illegally detained. Meanwhile, a Greenville man begins a 14-year sentence for manslaughter. Reuben Brown Jr. pleading guilty a week ago tonight in the shooting death of Terry Cassee Jr. of Leland. Authorities say Brown rushed Cassee as he was getting out of his vehicle in front of his Ketchamiah home, shooting him in his stomach and back, later dying from his injuries at Delta Regional Medical Center. Washington County District Attorney Dwayne Richardson says Judge Margaret Carrie McCrae sentenced Brown to 20 years with 14 years to serve. Well, the Mississippi Delta makes national headlines again. The New York Times writing an article in its Sunday edition called Beyond Black and White in the Mississippi Delta. It focuses on the cities of Greenville, Indianola, and Greenwood. The Times article talks about why these three predominantly African-American cities have a white mayor. It also takes a trip down the civil rights era in the cities as well, explaining the racial tension then and now in the Mississippi Delta. Now, to read this article in its entirety, you can just simply log on to NewYorkTimes.com and type in Beyond Black and White in the Mississippi Delta in the search block. Well, a historic day in the port city. The Mississippi Levee Board of Commissioners commemorating with two signs the Mississippi River floods of 1927 and 2011. Now, the first sign was placed on top of the levee. It tells you how high the water was and how many feet per second that came down the river during the 27 and 2000 floods, along with what was done to improve the levee afterwards. Now, the second sign, which was placed on Central Street, depicts the gauge reading on the Mississippi River. Each sign explains how the levee system works, talks about the Greenville gauge and the heights of each flood. The board deciding Greenville needed some signs to help inform the general public and travelers as to what happened during the historic floods and to explain to them how important the levee is for Greenville.
It makes us kind of feel proud to be part of what has happened since 1927, how it devastated the county, the Delta, and what we did for 2011. The water was higher, but it didn't get over the Mississippi levee. So, I mean, it makes you feel proud to be part of it.
Right there. Now, the board started working on getting the signs back in May, and they actually got help from the Mississippi Historic Archives Division to help with the details.
You've been watching the Delta's #1 news source.